My name is Mrs. Jager. The book I'm going to tell you about today is Halfway Normal by Barbara D. Here's what the book says about itself. Nora Levi has just completed 2 years of treatment for leukemia and is ready to go back to the real world of middle school. The hospital social worker warns her the transition back may be tricky, but Nora isn't worried. Compared with battling cancer, how tricky can 7th grade be? Very. Everyone is either treating Nora like she will break at any second or acting weird about all the attention she's getting. Her best friend, Harper, does her best to be there for Nora, but she doesn't get it, really. And Nora's other good friend, Silas, is avoiding her. What's that about anyway? When Nora is placed with the 8th graders for math and science, she meets Griffin, a cute boy who encourages her love of drawing and Greek mythology. And Nora decides not to tell him her secret, that she was that girl who had cancer. Then something happens to make secret keeping impossible. Nora must figure out a way to share her cancer story. But how do you explain something to others that you can't explain to herself? And then, once you find the words, how do you move forward with a whole new normal? This book is about how Nora struggles with adjusting after missing 2 years of school and how she learns to form friendships again. I'm going to read a passage from page 145 for you today. Okay, Harper said, searching my face. So is that the boy? You mean Griffin? Yeah. Harper shielded her eyes from the sun. Well, Nora, looks to me like you're in a crushed triangle. Although in my opinion, she likes him more than he likes her. Where did you get that from? She's acting all animated and squealy, but he's basically just standing there. That doesn't mean anything, I protested. He's holding a heavy instrument. He's not going to jump around. Maybe, although he could put it down, you know. She stuffed the granola bar wrapper into her pants pocket. So what's going on between the two of you anyway? I could see it was a test. Would I shut down again, or would I tell her? But I couldn't think of a reason to avoid the topic of Griffin anymore. And besides, wasn't this what normal friends did in the normal world? Talk about crushes? So I told her everything. About the Griffins and the Noras. About the Kraken logo and the hug. She listened without interrupting. Then she said, Does he know you're a 7th grader? I shook my head. And does he know you've been sick? No, I admitted. Are you going to tell him? Are you nuts? Why would I? Why? So he can see the real you. I am the real me, and I'm not lying to him, Harper. What does mean? I think you sort of are, actually. How can you say that? Just because I'm not going, oh, hello, Griffin, I think you're nice. What did you write for the 3rd math problem? And by the way, last year I had leukemia. Well, but it happened to you, Nora. It's important. Why not tell him? Because then he'll feel sorry for me, and we'll have to keep talking about it all the time. Harper groaned. Nora, no one is better than you at not talking. You're like the world not talking champion. So if you don't want to keep discussing it, just tell him that. But not even mentioning it is crazy and also kind of unfair to you and to him. I picked this passage because it shows how Nora finally starts to open up to her best friend. I think people who struggle with falling in and out with communication people who struggle with fitting in and with communication should read this book because Nora gives you hope that anyone can build good relationships just by letting others know how they are feeling and who they are on the inside. Thank you.